This morning, investigators will be back out on the San Domingo Pueblo to try to figure out who a woman was who got hit and killed by one of the rail runner trains last night. State police say this woman was walking along the tracks near the Keywa station just after 6 last night when a train that was going south slammed into her. A number of trains after that got delayed, but they are all back on schedule this morning. Investigators now say a hit-and-run driver may have killed a teenager in Shiprock. Brittany Hadley's body was found along US 64 near Hogsback back on September 26th, early that morning. She was just 19 years old. FBI agents say Ms. Hadley may have been hit by a car there. They're investigating because it happened on the Navajo reservation. If you know anything about what happened to Brittany, the FBI would like to hear from you.
More than a dozen Albuquerque high school students are suspended after school administrators say they were making fake parking permits and selling them. The district says it all started with 3 seniors at Volcano Vista High School who bought parking permits. District officials say they found a way to try and make some fast cash, but apparently it didn't work out too well for them.
They either made fake parking permits that they sold or they allowed other kids to make copies and sell them.
School officials say the students were selling the permits for $10, $25 cheaper than the real thing. A security guard noticed the fake permits and told the school. After investigating, district officials say they have suspended at least 14 students for 3 days. The former Santa Ana Pueblo governor and a prominent real estate broker are accused of stealing millions of dollars. Former Santa Ana Governor Bruce Sanchez and Thomas Keesing are accused of taking $3.5 million from New Mexico's 19 Indian pueblos. The feds say the former Pueblo governor oversaw the development of the old Indian school property off of 12th and Manal. Keesing's group was hired to help find tenants for the property. The feds say both were involved in overbilling the pueblos and pocketing the money. If convicted, their embezzlement charges carry more than 50 years in prison.
You know, Santa Fe has a lot of interesting things, art, celebrities, and occasionally the bear that wanders downtown. Well, now you can add one more to that list, goats. That's right, a number of goats. These ones, as a matter of fact, took over one part of the city on Monday, and they weren't too nice about it either.
They went up onto the car and like their hooves and everything were scraping the car, and then Mike was trying to get them off our car. And
yeah, a lot of problems with the goats. They were roaming all around, jumping on cars, eating everything they could. I guess you could say they were bad. Now, on a serious note, animal control officers had to go out, round up all of these goats. They're out there in their pen right now, and they're trying to find out where they came from. They think the goats might have been someone's pet and got loose.
A new poll shows President Obama is leading Mitt Romney in the polls by double digits right here in New Mexico. The Rasmussen survey, which came out yesterday, shows Obama up 51% to 40% here. 6% prefer another candidate. Nationally, Rasmussen has Obama leading by just 1 point, 48 to 47. And both candidates will face off tonight for the very first presidential debate this season. The stage is being set at the University of Denver. The focus will be on the economy and domestic issues. Now, you can watch the debate right here on News 13 at 7 p.m. And in case you miss it, we will have a recap tomorrow morning. And by the way, former New Mexico governor and Libertarian presidential candidate Gary Johnson will be commenting online during the debate. Now, we have set up a link on his commentary on our website. Just head over to KRQE.com.
And we now know what you'll be able to eat at the Balloon Fiesta this year. And after all the controversy about the vendors' profits, only 4 ended up dropping out. This is all after the Fiesta hired an outside company called Ovations to oversee all the food concession stands and take 30% of the vendors' profits instead of using a flat rate like they've done in the past. So as a result, most vendors are raising their prices for you. Now, besides the old favorites, there are 18 new vendors, including Sadie's and Chick-fil-A. It'll be very good in the morning. All right, and as you know, Balloon Fiesta starts in just 3 days. Tens of thousands of people are on their way here from all across the country, all across the world to take this all in.
And you know, a lot of hotel rooms are already filled up, but we found some other options for your out-of-town guests. News 13's David Romero is live at Balloon Fiesta Park. Good morning, David. What'd you find out?
Good morning, Elizabeth. Well, we know that thousands will be spending their mornings here at Balloon Fiesta Park all of next week. And of course, when they leave here, they want to head to a place that feels like home. For a lot of them, they're lucky because people here in Albuquerque are renting their own homes out to them.
People feel like they can move right in and be right at home.
And when people are out of town, a lot of times that's exactly what they want, a home. And now they're getting it because instead of using a hotel, they're renting someone else's home during Balloon Fiesta this year.
Everything is set up, the sheets, the towels, the blankets, the kitchen's all set up, and if they don't have anything, I mean, there's something that they want and we don't have it, we can see if we can figure out what they need.
Sherry Clarewater's one of a lot of people in Albuquerque who are renting their homes out for the fiesta. They can cost about the same as some more expensive hotels, about $150 a night, but they offer a whole lot more.
There's a huge demand for a more personal service and more unique environments, and I think that's what we offer than sort of the standard hotel room.
And the renters say there's almost no sacrifice too big or request too strange to make people feel at home.
Like I just got a call from someone to see if I had cookie sheets because they have little kids and they wanted to come here for 2 weeks.
If there's something unique somebody needs, we try to find it. If it's a crock pot they need, we probably can dig it up.
Crock-pot's always good to make a nice little down-home cooked meal. And of course, if you have friends or relatives out of town that want to take advantage of those rentals, they need to jump on the ball and get that done this week. That's because a lot of them are filling up, including the 2 people that we interviewed there in that story. They say they're all booked up, but there are still some good deals to be had around town. You can check those out on Craigslist or vrbo.com. Elizabeth, back to you.
Hey, David, this is great information. Thank you so much. Now, some people we talked with are even renting their own homes out for the fiesta and are staying with friends or in a guest house during the week. So there you go. KRQE has all the coverage you need to know regarding Balloon Fiesta. Starting this Saturday and Sunday, join us here on News 13 from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. for our special Balloon Fiesta show in HD.
And make sure you check out the show all next week on Casa Fox as well. And Albuquerque's Mayor R.J. Berry will be getting a very nice honor this morning. The New Mexico Foundation for Open Government set to give the mayor the William Dixon First Amendment Freedom Award. The foundation says Mayor Berry has made the city more transparent and has done a good job protecting First Amendment rights.